Well, good evening, guys. Good afternoon. I was looking at Snowflake right before I started this. You know, aren't aren't stocks just fucking garbage? We missed the EPS by massive amounts. I alerted everybody this day to take some profits on those options because I didn't know what was going to happen. It wasn't, when earnings this week's been so shitty. I don't know what happened today. Sentiment went bad. This thing just crashed harder than hard. It was down to, if we look at PostMarket here, this thing was down to 230. I talked to Craig about this. 227. And now we're back up to 253. Garbage. Garbage. I did not. What did you say? You want to join? You can. I'll send you an invite here quick. If you want to jump on, you can chat. I was just gonna BS about stuff, so feel free to join. Oh, CNBC is pumping snow. That's good. Let's start here. Let's go back up. Just dying over here. Everything okay at home? Yo, Airbnb. That's a good one. Let's start Airbnb. All right. Airbnb today. Welcome, corrector.
What's going on?
Oh, another day, another loss of $1.
No, what I was saying is GE, PLTR, Snow, they were all mentioned on CNBC. I'm actually watching still, but and then within 30 minutes, they all went up between 2 to 3%. Snow went up 7% after they mentioned on CNBC, and it was down, like 5% before?
It was down to 200. It was down. It hit all in the extended market. It hit all the way down to 227.
Yeah.
And now it's back to 254.
And then they mention it on CNBC, and it just goes back up. And then if you look at GE and PLTR, they did the same thing. GE's up like 4% since they mentioned it in after hours.
Oh yeah, look at
that. Or it was up higher, and then
let me try on extended hours again. I always, like I said, yeah, look at that. It was all the way up to 13.95. Hit almost 14 there.
And then
PLTR. What was the other one? PLTR.
Yeah.
Hit all the way up to 25. Look at that, though. I mean, these close low and then they jump way up.
Yeah. So, like I was saying in the chat,
what they even say about it? Are they just talking about it in general? Like,
on Fast Money, they rated all of those buys, and then within seconds or minutes, they all went way up.
How dumb is that?
I was saying that CNBC Fast Money is the new WSB, but
right, man, and they missed their earnings big time. I mean, their revenue was up.
It's terrible.
Oh, terrible! They estimated like 17-cent loss EPS, and it's 70 cents. I mean, terrible. But revenue is up, so I guess that means it's a buy. Airbnb real quick. Let's go look at that. So this I got an oversold on this today. I was going to come back up. It's crashing hard. I do want to show you guys, though, last couple times I've gotten oversold on this. Like the next day it made big moves. Here's an oversold. It took a couple of days. Yeah, actually that one didn't do much. Here was an oversold where it went down further for a few days and then came back. I don't know, guys. It just depends on what happens. And
was that Craig's play today?
It was, yeah.
I like that a lot. I don't know if it'll quite get up to 200, but I definitely think if it gets some momentum in the morning, it could definitely get to 190 to 195.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I thought too. I thought it has actually a good chance to. Last few times it's hit this over-exaggerated sell-off, it's had some good moves. So
Yeah.
let's see if it can at least get, and this could be, I don't know. I guess we'll see when we see, but it keeps hitting this and gets bought right back up. So we'll see if that happens again tomorrow. Oh, Craig's on too. Hey, Craig, what's up, buddy? Oh, nope, he left, I guess. Yeah, I'm going to tell you. Then he left. All right. Oh, there he's back. Hey, buddy. Hey, Craig.
Yo.
I think your Airbnb place still has some room to go, bud. I think it's going to be. It might be all right. I like it still.
Here's my day today. Here. Knock the fuck out. I got knocked the fuck out today. So I have my little prop here from Friday, but yeah, I think it still has. It can go tomorrow. It did this last time. We were talking about it a week ago. You said, right?
Actually, 7 times in the last couple.
Yeah,
last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In the last 7 trading days, every time it's hit this level, the next day it had a big up. So see what happens tomorrow, but that could run back up tomorrow. Let me see. Tattooed Chef, one of my old SPAC plays. I don't know. I don't even know what to say about Tattooed Chef, guys. I mean, it was a SPAC. It's converted. I feel like it's still in the SPAC shadow. I think if you want to hold this long term, I think it's a great stock. They have great growth numbers. Yeah, it's just a bad time.
It's $100 stock a year from now, 2 years from now, but
I think so too. And I might even look at taking like a long leap on this or something like that. It's like I haven't even looked at leaps on Tattooed Chef, but I think it's a great stock. I think it just needs to have the SPAC shadow. Let's keep looking here. Oh, you know what? I do want to talk. So somebody asked me, I want to see how I did that, what I was looking at when I did my SPY play today. So I just want to show you guys something real quick. Okay, so I did that SPY play today. I was on the 5-minute chart. Okay, I did it right here. I happened to nail this low spot right here, but I want to show you guys what I saw when I bought in. So I'm going to pull up my replay real quick here, and I'm going to go to the candle right before it. Okay. And I just want to show you guys, we're going to play it in slow speed here quick. All right. So watch the volume here as it goes. Come on. There, okay. See how this candle started red? But it started red with low, or it was this candle. It started red with low volume. And then it turned into a green candle. And that's when I bought in, when it was actually still red. And it pulled back just a little bit, but I thought it looked like it was going to have momentum to get, and I got an oversold signal. And I expected this to get through these resistance or up at least to them. And I thought over the day it was going to reach the 388 line right here. Now it's just zoomed to where it ended up. We got up through the resistance. We only got to 386, so we fell a little short, ran out of oomph. But my indicators showed it still had room to go. Well, at least a few of them did. So I did not expect this to quit out so soon. Market's unsure, though, as we kind of talked about, right? I think people took some profits on that bounce back, and then it caused the downtrend that you saw through the rest of the day. I think this is probably going to head down towards 380 before we see any kind of a strong bounce back. And then the 380 level we see, but we were just down to 380 here last week also, or February 26th. So, it's been a wild. It's just the market's just having this pullback. But as I mentioned, guys. Oh yeah, go ahead, Craig.
No, it's fucking schizophrenic right now. The futures mean nothing. Charts mean less than they normally do. Earnings mean nothing. You're almost better off betting against earnings if it's going to crush, but it's just got to get we got to get through the stimulus thing, and we got to get back, normalcy. Any more drama and all this shit, it's going to be like it was a couple months ago, which we hope not.
Right. And so Craig and I were talking today, right? We talked on the phone for a little bit. I mean, there's a lot of positives. There's a lot of positive catalysts coming up, but I think it was kind of negative sentiment today that they reduced it. They're taking away the stimulus for, the 80 to 100,000 income range. But the worry is, the Dems are putting a lot of stuff into this stimulus bill because they know that America needs it, and they're using one of their budget balancing deals they can use. They can only use a few a year, but it's where they only need simple majority to pass it. Okay, so the Dems are taking advantage of that because they have control of the House and the Senate. They've had zero Republican support from the House. They'll probably get zero Republican support from the Senate, but they even lost 2 of the House Dem votes. The worry that I think is that the market is experiencing right now is, what if it doesn't pass the Senate? And with all the crap they're adding in, like that's that is a worry. The Senate's such a tight ratio right now. I mean, they do have control of it, but not by much. They can't really afford to lose any Democratic votes passing this bill. So that's the concern we're seeing. But just to put us in perspective, guys, I want to show you. Look back here. This is the concern that we had from September up till November 2nd. I mean, look at these pullbacks compared to what we're experiencing right now. This isn't really anything significant. I mean, it is. We're feeling it. Okay. It just sucks because what's happening is it's getting drawn out. It's lasting. I mean, this will be going on to week 3 now, right? It's just rough. What I'd like to see is more of a flush. Like, let's just get it over with quick and then have it come back. Instead, we're going through this drawn out pullback. And we just got to let it go and see where it ends. But like I said, a couple big catalysts coming. We got markets on the verge, or not markets, but the economy on the verge of reopening. And we have a $1.9 billion or $1 trillion stimulus on the verge of being passed this Friday. If that gets passed, I think that getting passed is the first phase of getting this turned around. And then that money can be in American hands and start being passed out as soon as the following week in March, so the 3rd week in March. So really, I don't think this can last much longer. However, as I've been saying for over 2 weeks now, be careful with your plays. Try not to take too much short-term stuff. This is not a time to be gambling with short-term swings. Okay, so play safe. Yeah, that's what I got to say about that. I don't know if either of you guys got any comments to throw in on your market sentiment.
On some of the leaps, we could do them. They could be 4 months out and they're down 50%. Now, I don't normally average down, but if you've got that much time, you can buy more. But if you're down 50% on something that we're in March, that's for June or July, and yes, 3 good days in a row, you could be up 200%. So you got to look at how much time you have left on something too. Like Zach says, Iceman says, the weeklies, I always fucking expect 0. We can't win every one. Airbnb, I hope it goes tomorrow. If it doesn't, we missed that trade. I missed that trade. But stuff that's 3, 4, 6 months out, I think we see, and I do it too sometimes. It's human nature. But I think we see too much fucking panic because we're down 20 or 30% and we get 6 months left on a play. I mean, the play should still be valid if it has one bad day, technically. Now, if the whole market crashes, it's a different story. But I see stuff for June and September, and everybody's asking, are we selling this? Are we holding it? Well, we took time for a reason. I've seen so much shit be down 80% and go 500% up because you had 4 months left.
Right. And guys, remember, averaging down doesn't mean you have to buy the exact same option.
Right.
Like when I averaged down on Starbucks here, I bought the 105s. That was my version of averaging down. I kept the 110s, but I bought the 105s. And the 105s were in the money before the 110s were. And, I sold out my 105s and then I could hold on to the 110s. And then it was just, I had sold out my average down. I said I ended up getting a gain. I was happy with it. I still have my original 110s rolling and life is good. So just remember that if you want to average down, it doesn't mean that if the stock is crashing real hard, it doesn't mean that you have to buy the same contract. Use your heads, grow, learn. That's what it's all about. I talked to Kanaka the other day. he gets it. I chatted with him on the phone, but he's been learning. He totally gets it. He's on his way to being a better trader.
Yep.
Let's see here. Scroll down a little bit. Netflix. Yeah, we can look at Netflix quick. Guys, tomorrow I was thinking about doing maybe a live training too. I'll let you guys know. Holy cow, I didn't see Netflix today. That was a big effing drop. Jesus. This kind of looks like Airbnb, honestly, a little bit, doesn't it? Look at the chart here. I mean, we had the big drop about the same time last week. It came back right away next day. So, we see, but this could very well, you might see this hop right back up to it tomorrow. Like I said, guys, we got to just wait this out a little bit. See what's
Netflix has been stuck between 500 and 520 for the last 3 months. If you look at it, really hasn't been a big mover except that one huge move it had after earnings, and that was it. It's been pretty range bound.
Yeah, it has been. So, I keep an eye on Netflix. It's at a crucial level, though. I wouldn't want to see it drop much lower than 520, to be honest. If it drops much lower than 520, you're gonna probably see 500 as your next major support level. I mean, there's a few in between, but your major one's going to be down here at the 500 range, right here. So keep an eye on that. I wouldn't want to see it go much lower. I could see it get a quick bounce tomorrow too. Just have to watch it lift. And guys, like I said, man, it's just hard right now. Like I said, I would never have expected, looking at the charts, I would never have expected some of these crashes. So I've told a lot of you guys, when the market is unsure and scared, charts work less. And the reason is because, right, so things start to break out. And what happens is instead of breaking out to profit levels where they should have happened, right, it gets, people take profits sooner, faster. They get scared. They're just happy to get any kind of gains. And it causes like reversals, unexpected big drops. And then panic kicks in and more people sell. And it screws everything. Lyft is actually looking pretty good here. It had, up through earnings, and it's just been consolidating sideways. That's nice consolidation. Lyft is looking good. American Airlines, guys, I keep telling you guys, everything's on the verge of reopening. These stocks are looking good. Look at this by INTC. What's INTC?
Intel.
Oh,
Craig, do you remember the leap? Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead, Craig.
No, I was going to say, Craig and I took a leap on Royal Caribbean about 2 weeks ago, and it's almost in the money, and it was a September call.
Yeah.
RCO has completely exploded the last couple of weeks. RCO.
I don't think I posted it today. I took a Norwegian. I took a Norwegian March 19th $36 call, and it's at $33.60 already. All the cruise lines should be doing pretty well. There was huge flow. I just didn't want to post anything else today because we're having a rough go. There was a huge flow for June 18th, 5750 United Airlines calls. I'm talking about millions and millions of dollars too. All the travel stuff should fucking start going.
Yep. I think Disney will be above 200 here pretty soon.
Disney actually just closed 20% of, I believe it was Disney, closed 20% of their stores.
Oh, shit.
Really?
That's not good.
Yeah.
For what?
So that'll cause some bad sentiment. Everybody's still excited for them to open up, though. I think it'll still get pumped here based on thought of Disney reopening and everything. If you guys look at the annual revenue that goes through Disney World, it's freaking insane. The amount they're losing by not being open is crazy.
Oh, millions a day. It's so dumb.
Okay, INTC real quick. So INTC's had a, this is just, it looks like it's just been up and down and back and forth. I want to see it hold this 20 EMA price. but it looks like it's been kind of range bound here between 63 and 60 for a couple, 2 weeks, 3 weeks maybe. Yeah, I don't know what's going on here, but it's been range bound. I don't see. I mean, it looks like it's going through it looks like the Bears keep kicking in the exact same spot, and the Bulls keep kicking in the same spot. So I don't know really which way this is heading. Yeah, I don't really know what to say about it until it looks like it's confused. Might just be long-term consolidation too.
There's 100 better plays than Intel. In the last year, Intel's gone from $58 to $59.70, $1.67 in the past year. Here and there it moves, but it just doesn't do shit. It's almost like AMD.
Right?
AMD's just a turd. It's a fucking turd.
Oh, speaking of which, somebody asked about AMD. We can pull it up quick.
Hey, Craig, to answer the question, they shut 20% of the stores to focus on e-commerce.
Yeah, I just saw that. So I got it.
Oh, Disney did?
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know that that'll affect the thing if the stores start open because
You're disappearing on us there, Craig.
them they get from the parks, obviously, and the cruises and all that shit.
Yeah, they're going to get – I mean, they're losing tons of revenue on that. Honestly, shutting the stores down probably – if they focus on e-commerce, that's probably actually not a bad thing. I mean, if you really think about it, because they're closing down stuff that has overhead, right, fixed costs, and they're changing it out for just revenue and profits without the overhead costs. So that's probably not a bad move. You know what? Let's pull up Square. I was actually talking to Craig about Square. So here we had this massive sell today, which usually Square does good with Bitcoin, and Bitcoin was actually up pretty good today. I mean, at open it was at 52,000, and it's still at 50,000 right now, which is coming up from 42 earlier this week, right? I would think that we're going to start seeing another pop out of this. It did get, we got through that support. What didn't hold it though, came back down, and so we're just back down to 50. I sold out most of my calls up here when I got that oversold. I did keep a couple runners. They're down big time today. They were at almost 1,100 yesterday at the high, 1,100 today. I think they're at 350 from that drop. So I did keep a couple runners, but I hope you guys took profit today because we're up big. I mean, I did. I'm playing with free money right now. But I think those will continue back up. They still got some time left on them, but Bitcoin does good. Square should come back unless there's some other news sentiment on Square that I don't know about. Zom made some decent moves today. I mean, it was up, came back down. That's okay though. I mean, we got to a new high. I think it's going to just keep going. It doesn't. It's still positive sentiment, so I think Zom is still a good call to have. I've got mine still.
It's 6:30.
What?
It's 6:30. I don't know what that was.
I was like,
that's my computer. I'm sorry. It keeps me on time for my meetings during the day.
Oh, there you go.
It was you. I was like, it's 6:30.
My bad.
Yeah, I know.
My bad.
Oracle. Oracle's looking good, guys. This is a nice climb up, nice steady climb. We're looking good on I can tell you right now, this looks good on the 15, 30, 45 minute, hour, 2 hour chart. This is looking good. Nice steady climb up. It hasn't come down it's not showing indication that it's it's going to come down for an EMA touch. This is just a nice steady climb. That looks good right now. Costco. Yes, let's talk about Cost real quick. I have been watching Cost so hard for a leap play. Okay. However, I'm going to zoom out to the hour chart here. I just want to show you guys what I did. Okay. Actually, I'm going to go out to 3 hour chart. Nope. I'm going to go out further than that even. I'm just going to the day chart. Okay. On the daily, you can see that from the previous trend, right? this thing has been all around this trend line over time. And then we got way above it. And man, to me, it looks like we're on a hard correction back down to the trend line. Which I see is by the time it hits here, I think it'll be around that 310, 315 range. We're almost there. We're at 323 right now. And I'm watching for cost flow every day. I haven't seen any significant options flow into cost, which to me makes me think it's not ready yet either. So I am watching cost hard for a leap, but I just have not seen it come across yet. I have not seen what I want to see yet for it. So here's that line. I keep getting oversold on it, but it's not really having any significant moves. So I'm just waiting. I think it's just going to keep drifting down. See, and then we see. And if I see a sign where it turns sentiment, I will jump on a leap then. I just don't think it's ready yet.
Iceman, I have
last one.
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no. Oh, go ahead, buddy.
I was going to say I have something super strange, but I want you to compare TLT back to November.
TLT?
If you click the compare button, you can actually see them side by side.
Sure.
And
to Costco?
to Costco. And they have moved very similarly since November. And what someone was saying on CNBC is that people or traders have been trading these similar to bond proxies. And TLT is the 20-year treasury, which I find it super interesting that these have been trading pretty closely together. Of course, as you go back further in time, it's not anywhere close to the same, but over the past 3 months or so.
Oh, yeah. They are, and they actually have been. That's TLT. So Costco is the orange one. Yeah, look at that. I mean, they have been very similar paths, right? Interesting. Well, that's good to know. Interesting to watch. What's the support level for cost? Like I said, I see the trend line support. It's way below support. How do I turn off that compare? Just go to, do I just turn that off? Yeah, there we go. Cost. Okay, so I'm about to go to the hour again. Yeah, so you can see, I mean, it's on support right now. It's right here, okay? It's got more support right here at the 315 range and then at the 300 range. But like I said, I think it's going to fall down to this trend line support, which will be at that. I think it's going to be this support right here. The 311 to 315 range is where it's gonna land and end up at. If I'm wrong, which is only $8 away, $8-10 away, it might turn now. I'm just keeping an eye on it and watching. Like I said, watching for flow, because that'll give sentiment that big money thinks it's going to change also, and then I'd probably take a leap. So that's what I'm watching for. Even Walmart also down so much, down below the 200 EMA. Walmart. Oh, yeah, look at that. Walmart's way down there, too. So we see. Hey, Craig, I don't know if you can still hear now, but it says your microphone's not connected. So FYI. Oh, there you are. Hey, buddy. Welcome back.
I'm here. Every time I get a call, it kicks me out.
Oh, that's what it was. I was like, it says your microphone's not connected.
No, every time I get a call, I got to log back in.
I got you. Okay, guys. That's all I got. Quarter two tomorrow is tomorrow on cost. Quarter two, we're talking about earnings. Oh, it is. Oh, look at that.
What is?
Earnings tomorrow on Costco.
Interesting.
That is interesting. Well, maybe that'll cause sentiment to change. So, but once again, Who knows? Hey, Craig, have you looked at snow? You weren't on the call yet when we started talking about snow. Have you looked at snow yet recently?
Yeah, it was down. It went down, and now it's what up?
No, it's exactly where it closed.
Yeah, 37 cents up. Fucking crazy, man. Crazy.
Oh,
And it dumped too after hours.
The extended hours. Look at this ride in extended hours.
17 bucks down. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was down to 227, and then up to 262, and now it's just sitting right about where it closed at.
Yeah.
Garbage. You know, guys, and this is what I warned you about this morning. Okay, I told you guys, and I told you guys a couple days ago too. When snow was up, I said, take profits, be aware, be warned, play safe, yada yada, take some profits. Right? Anyway, and then this morning in the video, I told you guys that this very well, if it was, if you wanted to take some or close out, whatever, but to be aware that this very well could get IV crushed tomorrow. That's exactly what's going to happen. Tomorrow, the implied volatility is going to go down, and we're going to lose. We're going to lose big on whatever premiums we have left.
Yep.
So,
snow's just been a turd for you and me for the past month. What a piece of shit.
Yeah.
How many?
We'll calculate in. You mean which one should you be watching? Is that what you're asking? West Warren? Clarify that for me real quick, or DM me and I'll answer for you. It'll be interesting to see cost tomorrow, though, on the quarter two. Guys, please like and subscribe.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Always working. Always
that
working.
one wasn't me.
I know, right?
No, I'm watching analysis. I'm always working, man. That's Miss
All right, guys.
Oh.
Well, let's get back together for pre-market tomorrow and see how things look. And guys, just so everybody knows, everybody's down. This market sucks. It's just doing this. The worst part is it's doing this slow death thing, and it just sucks. So I will tell you, some of my favorite plays right now that I am putting tons of money into as I get chances is just because I did really well with SPACs, and I love them. SNPR. You have to go, if you go to SPACtrack.net, you can see what they're buying. I can't remember off the top of my head, but it's an EV charging company. I really like this one. I'm buying July calls on it. I bought $7.50 and $10 calls. Okay. TDAC is the other one I really like. I am buying warrants on this. If you have Robinhood or Webull, you cannot buy warrants. The warrants are at 238 right now, 241 in aftermarket. I have been loading up on those. I've got close to 8,000 warrants. I've got 55 contracts on SNPR and adding. So those are a couple of my favorite plays. That's where I'm putting my stuff at. That's where I'm putting some of my extra cash in. I love those two plays. I think they're going to be big. SNPR is a bigger, better version of Beam. Beam was a SPAC I played from like $7, and it rode all the way up to 77 with some time. So this was a $7, or no, it was a $5 SPAC or something. It was a cheaper SPAC. I bought it when it was like at 7, and then end of last year into January, it ran up to 76 bucks. So those are a couple of my favorite plays. It is speculative money, but they're down so low. There's the nice thing is there's not much lower it can go. They're not going to go lower than, I almost guarantee that neither of those will go back into the 10s. 11s, I think, is about as low as those two stocks will go. So we see and then we see. Everybody have a good night. Corrector, Craig, we'll see you guys tomorrow.
See y'all.
All right, later. Bye.
Bitch, I got problems on problems on problems on problems on problems on problems I solve them. I run through the money, the pressure be calling. Left on my blessings, I feel like I'm falling. The birdie is back. Tell me I'm garbage, I'm going